Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. And guys, how do you like Frankie Candles hosting ATB? Let me know how that host treated you. Shout out to DZ. Just filling in temporarily, guys. So DZ will be back soon. But thank you so much for being in the stream tonight. I appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys make this channel what it is. And I'm just the guy on camera. This channel is the CandleMafia. But shout out to Sniper's Nightmare saying, I'm just picturing Frankie dancing to this flute beat behind camera. And Sniper's Nightmare, hopefully I never get outed. But that is my pre-stream ritual to get hyped up. I got my Aztecian cactus moss water. You guys know it's the most expensive, most rare, most healthy collagen-filled water you can buy. You got to get this from Aztecian cactuses. But I'm drinking my moss water here, and I'm just jamming out to these beats. But I will never be outed. You guys will never see my dance moves. But shout out to everybody in the chat, and shout out to where'd he go? Shout out to Dixon Cider. You know, I actually wondered when I started this YouTube channel, am I blowing everybody's eardrums out? Hopefully not. But, you know, when I started this YouTube channel, I always thought, like, I wonder if someone that I haven't seen in a really long time will ever come across me on the internet and be like, oh my God, this guy's a YouTuber now. But shout out to Dixon Cider, says, haven't seen Frankie since the high school days. I don't know if I'm getting trolled, but he says, I found him on BitBoy's channel. I was like, hey, I know this guy. Shout out to Dixon Cider. Who are you? Let me know who you are and prove that there he is. Yup, that's him. Interesting. I really wonder who this is going to be. Frankie, I remember you buzzing a move at prom. Who is this? I don't know. I might be getting trolled, but let me know if you are actually from my high school. Let me know if you actually know me. But guys, we have an amazing show for you tonight. We're taking a look at Bitcoin. As you know, expected volatility is on the way. Everybody's anticipating these CPI numbers coming out. Shout out to Paper Route Frank. Everybody's anticipating these CPI numbers coming out on Thursday, and everybody's expecting a very volatile move, but there's kind of a tug of war trying to figure out if we're going to move to the upside or to the downside. So I'm going to try to clear that up for you guys today. We'll take a look at Bitcoin. I'll show you the levels that I am looking at currently to, number one, potentially find some more trades, and number two, those key levels that we need to hold above if we want to see these higher time frames start rolling to the upside for a potential big pump to the upside. I feel like I've been saying upside like 17 times so far, but with that being said, guys, we're also going to take out the altcoins. We're taking out the altcoins, guys. They're all done. We're going to check out the altcoins further down into the stream. Again, sorry for showing up late tonight, guys. Obviously, was busy over there with the with ATB. But actually, really good episode of ATB. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely go re-watch it. But guys, don't forget, the Frankie Candles live stream is brought to you and powered by KuCoin, my favorite exchange. And if you're an OG of the channel, you'll know I'm not just saying this because we're sponsored. It was already my favorite exchange. So when we were trying to find sponsorships, we thought, you know, why not take a stab and try to get KuCoin. So we are officially powered by KuCoin, guys. You saw the logo up there in the beginning of the stream. If you guys want to sign up for KuCoin, I would list the features, but there's just such a long list of features. I like their leverage trading and their KuCoin trading bots. If you guys want to check that out, use the link in the description down below to save on some of the fees. But with all that being said, guys, I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long because we have seen a little bit of a drop here in Bitcoin, so we're going to cover it. We were flirting with those $18,000 levels, but we're back up above 19 as of right now. But I'm going to try to break it down, let you guys know what I'm expecting in the short term and the medium term as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and say what's up to chat and then jump right into the charts. All right, here we go. Who do we got in here? Sniper's Nightmare laughing. That must have been when I was talking about dancing. Yeah, I'll hit it. You guys have no idea. John Wick, what is going on? Welcome to Around the Bit Candles. Yeah, is he BitBoy Crypto? Is he Around the Blockchain? Is he Frankie Candles? Is he the 9 p.m.? Who knows? I'm popping up everywhere. Shout out to John Wick. I appreciate you for being here. Taylor, what is going on? Brian Varney, as always. Frankie, show the DXY and Bitcoin divergences. We will definitely do that. No problem, Brian. Shout out to all our amazing mods, guys. We got Rob the Crypto Snob, Crypto Billy, Tony D, Tyler Durden, D Petty Crypto, Crypto Anon, and Captain Kirk. I think that's to all of them. Sorry if I missed somebody. I'll get you tomorrow. Guys, show the mods some loves in chat. Show them some loves in chat, guys. They help me out a lot with the channel, and I would not be able to work as hard as I do if they were not able to help me with other things that save me time. Shout out to them. Best mods in the game. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Audie Trades, what's going on? Brad Gabriel, not quite as snarky as DZ, but love your work, Frankie. Thanks for all you do, bro. No problem, Brad. DZ is a witty fellow. Shout out to Jimmy Void with the Bronx Bitcoin Bulls. Shout out to Jimmy Two Shoes. I got my Cactus Moss Water brother. Salud, my paisan. Let's get it, guys. The healthiest drink in the game right there. Paper Route Frank, what is going on? Thank you for being here. Crawler Donato Cabrera, welcome back. Thank you for being here, man. Sean, what is going on? Sniper's Nightmare, we said hi to you. Bryce Byers, Matt Richardson, DJ Haas MS. I never know how to say your name, but he's always got those candle emojis. Recto Ready, what's going on? Mudsta, what's up? Bubba's Crypto, welcome back. Thank you for being here, bro. Where's Blanchard's Bees? I got stung by a bee on Saturday, guys. And I kind of feel like Blanchard's Bees might have been coming after me. I don't know. Hey, Lane Hughes in the chat. What is up, Lane? I did not miss you this time, bro. What is going on? Thank you for being back here. Shout out to Nate. Shout out to Jiren and Andy D. Dixon Sider said, I'm looking for our yearbook in the attic right now. I'll tag you on Twitter when I find it. Shout out to Dixon Sider. I guess I didn't go to high school with him because he's not putting his name in here. But hey, it was pretty funny. I still has yet to happen. It has happened, but not with a high school friend. It was with a college friend. Shout out to Steve. Anyway, guys, without further ado, as you know, we have a lot of good stuff to look at on the charts, so let's go ahead and jump into the charts. What's up, Chris? What's going on, man? Ernest, what's going on? FOMO Sapien, can't say I'm busy, but the like has been smashed. Yeah, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. For every 100 likes we get, we will be spinning the wheel of pain and pleasure. If you don't know what that is, it's a wheel that we've made, and we've put giveaways on that wheel. And it's basically just all giveaways. It's almost like a win-win-win situation. There's like almost no way to lose. There's more chances to win than lose, but every 100 likes we get, you guys get to spin on that wheel. More spins, more chances to win a giveaway. We're going for 550 likes today. We couldn't get there yesterday. We got 500, but we're going to do 550 tonight. Let's get it. Smash that like button if you have not already. Shout out to Adrian Neal with the super chat. Thank you so much. Says, what up? Is it simple to set up a DCA bot on KuCoin? Adrian, do me a favor. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and click that link down in the description to our KuCoin link. Sign up for an account if you don't already have one. If you already have one, that's fine. And yes, it's very simple. If you go to my YouTube channel, go to the KuCoin series. We do have a KuCoin bot video where I break down all the different bots, and we cover the DCA bots. It's very, very simple. But if you want to follow along, you could check that video on my channel. So, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts here as we are on the Bitcoin daily chart. Now, I do want to kind of just break some stuff down for you guys because we're most likely on the verge of a giant move, right? And I don't want to get too dramatic here, but we are most likely going to see some volatility enter the market in the coming weeks here. Now, I don't know if you guys watched ATB, but Raoul Pal actually has a technical indicator that is pointing to a lot of a market reversal on a lot of different assets. One of those being the DXY with a reversal to the downside, which could be good for the other markets. However, shout out to Shane Kerr. However, Lucho in the chat, let's go. Russ Copras, shout out to White Dog Crypto, let's go, shout out. But Thesis himself gently tapping that like button. But guys, if that DXY does get a reversal, it could mean some positive price action for other markets. However, I think we have to dig a little deeper to not, you don't just want to base your analysis off of one indicator. If you were watching ATB, we kind of talked about that. But there are some things pointing to massive moves. Raoul Pal happens to think it's going to be to the upside. We have been looking at some things on the charts that are pointing to the upside, but there are some caveats here. So, it's kind of a coin toss right now, guys. So, it's going to be heavily dependent on the CPI data, but I'm going to break down the charts, kind of clear some things up, and let you guys know what I'm expecting in the in the short, medium, and long term. But starting off here on the higher time frames, obviously we do have, I'm not going to cover this very much because we've covered it so many times. We do have the bullish divergences forming on the weekly time frame, but that caveat that I was talking about is that VWAP flop. Now, and you can see that right here. here as your VWAP is kind of, you pop up and then it reverses. It looks like it wants to flop right back down to the downside. Money flow is coming out, so that also doesn't look amazing, but you are getting a bullish divergence. Now, we do have quite a bit of time. We do have 5 days and 2 hours to confirm this, so plenty of time for this VWAP to actually stand back up and go higher, come up and stick straight higher to the upside, so we have time, right? This isn't just, this is going to get invalidated immediately. We have some time for this to change, and we'll actually have time to get the CPI numbers out, and potentially we could see some movement there. But, nonetheless, we do have that bullish divergence with the momentum waves moving to the upside. And this is, generally a bullish sign, right? This could be the mark of the Bitcoin finally making that move higher in up to the upside. I don't know why I keep fumbling over the word upside. I don't know why. But your 6-day as well is doing the same thing with the bullish divergence, but the VWAP flop is present there as well. Your 5-day telling the exact same story as the 6-day and the weekly. Your 4-day is VWAP flopping to the downside again, similar to those other time frames. And then your 3-day and your 2-day are actually printing red dots. Now, just because we're printing red dots on these time frames doesn't mean that the whole thing is invalidated and that we can't come to the upside, right? We could easily print these red dots, even confirm them, and then we could get a VWAP flip to the upside, right? So, not necessarily indicative of a massive dump, but you want to realize that although those higher time frames with those bullish divergences are setting up, they are not looking the strongest at this moment, but they are not invalidated yet, so you have to lean a little bit more bullish. But obviously, with the CPI data coming out on Thursday, things can get crazy, right? When news like this comes out or we get information like this, shout out to Tony D says, when long? I'm long all the time. But shout out, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. But with the CPI data coming out on Thursday, this can easily invalidate these bullish structures. So, I am waiting for these CPI numbers to come out. Again, the higher time frames are slightly pushing to the upside. However, could get stepped on. You want to remember we're in a bear market, and not only that, we are in a situation in crypto we've never been in. We've never had this many macro factors in play at one time in a bear market, right? So if things get ugly, these bullish signals could get completely invalidated, and we could come to the upside. But again, I'm going to try to guide you guys to let you know if we're leaning a little bit bullish or bearish. But again, if there's any time to take that with a grain of salt, I would say it would be when you get these numbers out, because things can go in either direction. And I think it was the last time we got the Fed numbers, it actually we ripped to the upside, dumped to the downside. It was just an absolute washing machine. So just be careful out there, guys. Forever long. Shout out to Fred Eats the World. But let's go ahead and continue on here. 2-day and 3-day red dot would be more bearish. Your daily VWAP looking to try and round off there. I don't know. It has been looking like this for, the past day or two, but it is looking like it wants to round up here just a little bit. Your 16 and 12 hour working its way up towards that 0 line. Let's check your 8 hour, no green dot, your 6 hour, no green dot. Can you get one on your 5? Yeah. 5 hour, you're getting your double green dot here on Market Cipher B. No bullish divergence, unfortunately. Your 4 hour, you have your double green dot confirmed, but again, you're getting that VWAP flop, right? Showing that the buyers might not just be as strong as they look. So, that is looking like it wants to roll right over. We did print a somewhat of a doji candle here, showing some indecision in the market. Looked like that green dot wanted to bring us up. The sellers came in, pushed us back down, and then the buyers ate us back up. We settled at somewhat of a balance, and now we're printing some red candles after, but that VWAP flop is not looking too healthy. Your 2 hour is telling the opposite story of your 4 hour. You printed your red dot, but now you're getting a flip to the upside, looking like you might invalidate that red dot with a green dot. And we're going to break this down when we get into the levels, guys, because there's more than just Market Cipher B, right? We're not just looking at Market Cipher B. We're looking at many, many other things to try to determine what direction we're going in. That 1 hour green dot is looking to print here, and you are going to be putting in some barely. I don't know if you want to call it. Not the strongest bull div I've ever seen. But yeah, looking to print a green dot here on the 1 hour. Let's go ahead and check these lower time frames. Money flow on the 10-minute coming out. 12-minute generally coming out, and your 15-minute generally coming out. Now let's go ahead and turn on our actual TA, and guys, we have been, we're essentially sitting where we expected to be at this point today. So you guys know that we have been watching these levels, mainly the point of control at 19,771 and that value area low at 18,825, right? So these are the main levels we were watching. As soon as we lost this POC, we were expecting to potentially bearishly retest and eventually work our way down to that value area low. Now, we know price action is messy, so once we bearishly retested, we weren't expecting a straight dump to the value area low, but we expected price to kind of mess around on this spider line and eventually work its way down. Now, we did get a wick, but we did not actually come down to touch this level. But we did get very close. We came right into our gold box. Now, unfortunately, guys, well, not unfortunately for anybody watching the stream, but unfortunately for me, now we were watching this level. I told you guys yesterday, this is the next main level I'm looking for. And if we could get price to come down to this level, it is where I would be looking for some bullish confirmations to enter into a long position. Now, we did come down and tap this level, and you can see that we did wind up putting some bull divs. I mean, you could go to the body or the wick here, but you're putting in lower lows either way, and you have this momentum wave right here, all the way up to this trigger wave right here, which is a bullish divergence, right? And you came to your key level, and we got a nice hard bounce to the upside. Now, the reason came up about 1.8%. Now, obviously, we're on the 15-minute, but with some leverage, you could turn that into a very, very nice little scalp trade, and it's a no-brainer, right? You're getting the bullish confirmations, and you're coming down to that key level, right? And then if you look here, bull divs also coming in here on the 10-minute with your money flow continuing to come up here. So, this was the level we were looking at, but unfortunately, I went onto coffee and crypto. Coffee and crypto and coffee. I feel like I always mess that up. Shout out to TA Tim. I went on their show and I wound up missing my entry. I was trying to get ready for their show. I saw it happening. I couldn't enter, but it was nice to come down to our level that we were expecting. And again, the reason we were expecting this level to eventually come in is because we lost the POC. And as long as you're below that point of control, you're expecting price to revisit the lows of the range at the VAL. It shows that the bears are in control. And then when you hop above that POC, it's showing that the bulls are in control. So, nothing too crazy. We were expecting price to come down here. We looked for those scalp trades. Unfortunately, I was unable to get into it. However, I am still in my short trade from all the way up here. I believe it was like around here that I got into the short trade. And I am still in this short and then looking for a potential entry to long down here in case we do get that big bounce up. Shout out to Tony D. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Said also, we hit 500 the other day, so I'll be doing an XRP giveaway later in the Discord. Make that 2 if we hit 500 likes on tonight's stream. Tony D, 550. Let's change it to 550 because we got 500 last week. Let's get 550 tonight. I think we can do it. Smash that like button if you guys have not already. And smash that like button if you were watching the same level I was. And double smash or triple smash that like button. That's like, unlike, and then like again if you caught a nice little scalp trade off of this level. But not the hugest move, but we were able to see that. And that is the importance of finding some key levels, guys. Also, just a reminder, I did record some saucy pre-recorded videos today that will be coming out at some point this week, and they will be the videos that you need to like, watch, and comment on to enter into our NFT giveaways, and you're not going to get any giveaways if you don't smash the like button. I'm kidding. That's the last time I'll say it. But now we are back down at the range lows, which again is no surprise to us, to the CandleMafia, right? Come on, computer. You can do it. There you go. So we are back down here, inflating the likes. Let's go, Julio. Shout out to you, brother. Fashionably late, of course. Frankie, brother, it's been too long. The Block Doc, welcome back, brother. We're happy to have you here. Thank you for tuning back in. We missed you, too. But we are back down at these key levels of support, and it is the value area low at about 18,825, and we're just kind of dancing around this level at this point. But these are the important levels, guys. Again, the higher time frames are looking like they could set up to flip bullish. Now, Raoul Pal was talking about how obviously the DXY, I'm going to come back and give you guys the exact levels I'm watching in just a second, but just because we're talking about it, I want to bring the DXY up. We're going to look at it anyway. But, well, baby, look at this. That's the Loch Ness Monster formation right there, guys. Just so you know, if you ever see this, 1, 2, 3, 4, long neck, head, and that's your Loch Ness Monster. You have your legs down here, right? Big old belly, your 2 other legs. And then, yeah, this is a mean-tailed Loch Ness Monster, spiky-tailed Loch Ness Monster. Very, very dangerous formation, very bearish signal. And this is on the DXY. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. But anyway, I don't know why I'm like this. But continuing on here, looking at the DXY, Raoul Pal was saying that there could be a reversal coming in, or at least his indicators pointing to a potential reversal on the DXY. Now, to me, the Loch Ness Monster wants about 350. But the question is, is this reversal just going to be a small little pullback before another rip to the upside, or is this going to be the big reversal we're looking for to get a massive rip in crypto? That is a whole nother story, but we do have bearish divergences forming all over the higher time frames. The weekly has continually been putting in bearish divergence here, and your money flow thick in the green, but you are printing a red dot on the weekly while putting in bearish divergences. This could potentially bring us to the downside. But with that being said, we have hit 20-year highs on the DXY, so it would be likely to kind of cool off just a little bit. I just don't know if I'm completely sold on the fact that this is the big dump that we're looking for on the DXY to get everything else to rip to the upside. With the DXY approaching these levels, I do think, especially with all these bearish divergences, we could potentially come down. But again, this is going to be heavily reliant on the CPI data that we get on Monday. But these are kind of the bullish things that we're looking at. Higher time frames on Bitcoin are looking to set up in very bullish patterns, right? Or very bullish formations, right? With the bullish divergences on the higher daily time frames, right? And the weekly. Now, we're also getting some confluence between Bitcoin and the SPY, as the SPY has been putting in weekly divergences. Where are we at? SPY, pull it up here. Go to the weekly time frame. You can see we are putting in some bull divs here with your low and your lower low, and your high and your low here with your higher low here. And there is your bullish divergence. Now, this is some confluence, right? The higher time frames on Bitcoin actually look pretty good, as well as the weekly bull div on the SPY. However, on Bitcoin, we have the caveat of the VWAPs flopping right back over, and on the SPY, we have the caveat of this disgusting looking money flow crossing over into the red. This is a pretty bad looking, as far as money flow goes, this is pretty bearish. So you get the bull div, but you have the garbage money flow, and on Bitcoin, you have all the bull divs, but you're getting the VWAPs to flop back over. So again, this is all going to come down to the CPI data. I will say this. If that CPI data comes out anything less than catastrophic, I do think we could potentially see a pump to the upside. However, and the charts are set up for that, right? So if it comes out a little better than we think, maybe that's where we see the move to the upside. But you want to understand, even if, if it comes out somewhat neutral, we could still potentially see a little bit of a dip. And that might be the moment to scare everybody out before finally getting a big bounce to the upside and maybe seeing some relief finally in the crypto markets. Now, coming back over to Bitcoin, just to show you guys some levels that you can watch. If we come lower, further down to the lower prices, some levels you can watch here are going to be obviously, let's come up to the 30-minute. Main levels I'm watching is the value area low at 18,825, excuse me. Once we break that, if we break that level, you have this spider line at about 18,650. And if we break that, the next level I will be watching is that 786 fib level at about 17,600. And this is the level that we bounced off of, when we hit those lows at about 17.6. We bounced right off that 786 fib level, as you can see right here. Boom. So if we do see a sell-off, if those CPI numbers, maybe they don't even come out that bad, we could potentially see some volatility. So we might get a little dump down at the release of the CPI numbers, but I would be looking for something potentially like this. If we break the value area low and this spider line, if we make it down here, this is where I would hope, even if we hit that spider line below, this is where I hope we could get a big bounce to the upside. If we lose these levels, guys, this is where I'm expecting much lower prices for Bitcoin. And if you're wondering what those prices are, it's going to be the area of about, come on, computer. Computer must be overheating or something. Those lower levels are going to be, let me turn on the 12-hour here, turn off the TA, and those levels, guys, once my computer decides to catch up, those levels are going to be between $14,000 and $12,000. $14,000 is the top of our little fake out bull run of 2019 here. So we could catch a little bit of support there. And then we also have some highs over here at about 12,000. So between 14 and 12,000 would be the next levels I am looking to head over to if we break that 786 fib level. Now, if we continue to the upside, which, to be 100% honest, let's just take a look at Market Cipher B real quick and see if we can kind of figure out, which direction we might go in the shorter term. No bull divs here on your 2-hour. Again, that 2-hour bull div did get invalidated last night. Unfortunately, we made a lower low here on your momentum waves, but we got two double green dots, right, at major support. So interesting stuff there. But your 4-hour is rolling over. Again, we might start printing a red dot here on the 1 hour. So things aren't looking really the best, but you just want to remember we are at key support. So if we do wind up somehow getting a rip to the upside, my next major level that I would be watching would be if we move up from here, would be about, this level here at about 19.5. Going to be some strong resistance there. We do have that spider line as well as right above. If we do come up just a little bit higher, we could come up to about 19.7 or 19.8. Now, these are the levels I'm watching, guys. Again, in the short term, nothing is really screaming super, super bullish. I would like to see that 4-hour VWAP come back up, but if this thing winds up printing a red dot, it's likely that we'll break these lows at about 18,825. But now you guys have the key levels to watch. So, potentially look for some more bull divs forming at these lows to potentially get those bounces to the upside. But again, kind of just zooming out a little bit, you have the bull divs on Bitcoin. This is ready to go. If we get decent news on Thursday, Bitcoin could be ready to go, right? Then, we also have the weekly bullish divergence on the SPY. Obviously, money flow in the red on the weekly, but that bull div could potentially give you a decent bounce. And on top of that, you have the DXY creating massive bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. So there are some things pointing to potentially going to the upside. But again, with that CPI, with the CPI numbers going up or coming out on Thursday, this thing could just dump out of nowhere. So be very careful. But like I said, there's a lot of things pointing to potential upside for Bitcoin, but don't get scared if we see a little sell-off during the CPI data. We might get a little fake out to the downside before turning around, but again, there's no way to predict that until we know exactly what they are going to release on Thursday. So let's go ahead and check out what is going on in chat before we hop back over into the charts, guys. We have 625 people in here. Go ahead and smash that like button if you have not already. Smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys will almost get a free NFT for every 100 likes we get, because there's only one spot on that wheel to land that you could lose on, and then the rest of it's just giveaways. So smash that like button if you have not already. I appreciate it. Also, the most free and easiest way for you guys to help out the channel. If you don't have to use our affiliate links. You don't have to, buy our merch, but if you want to, you can check out frankiecandles.com. We have all our deals and our merch. You can check out Hit Merch as well. But if you don't want to do that, you can just click that like button. It's free, it's easy, and it's one of the best ways to promote this content and get it out to more people so we can grow the Candle Mafia into an absolutely unstoppable force, which essentially we already are. But a bigger, more unstoppable force. But let's say what is up to chat, see what they're talking about, and then we will jump right back into the charts, and we'll start taking a look at some altcoins as well. Let's see. Antony, we got Antony Paquette in the chat, says, I'm back, 17.6, told you it's coming, LOL. Shout out to Antony, just out here making those calls. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. What is up, Chad Nelson? What is going on? Thank you for being here, man. Let's see what else we got going on. Lane Hughes says, does the 7-day look good? Because you mentioned it's different to the weekly somehow. Yeah, it is slightly different. You do get slightly different signals on the 7-day than you do on the weekly. They're two different time frames, even though you would think they'd be the exact same thing. But we will check out the 7-day in just a second, Lane. This is why I love having you in here, man. You ask the good questions. Let's see. Moki said, I caressed the like button. Did you? Guys, go ahead and caress that thing. Shout out to you, Moki. I appreciate you. Let's see. Bada boom. If Ape drops to less than $2, I'm sticking 5K on a speculative gamble that they haven't done anything to wrong. Shout out to Dean. I will be looking to accumulate Ape. I have not yet, but I will be looking to buy in during this bear market. Shout out to Rohit. What is going on, man? CTC top gainer. Ooh, interesting. Shout out to Bruce. What is going on, man? Taylor says something got rug pulled, I think, for Bored Ape. I don't know. I saw something about something not good with Bored Ape. Very interesting. We'll try to take a look at that for you. Bruce says his ears are bleeding. Let me know if I'm too loud, or is it just that voice, that treacherous Frankie Candles voice that nobody can ever stand? Let me know, because if it's my volume, I'd like to turn it down. If it's my voice, I'm just going to keep on going. Shout out to Nick Core. What is going on, man? Thank you for being here. Says, what's the link for the merch? Need a hat or two? Shout out to Nick. I appreciate you for being in here, brother. Hope you're doing well. The link, if somebody could put the Hit merch link in there for Nick so he can check out the merch. I believe it's on frankiecandles.com as well, but Hit merch is where all our merch is. If you want to check it out, we have all the brands on there. But yeah, shout out to Nick. I appreciate you being in here, man. I really do. Let's see. Bruce says, oh, don't fondle the mic. Bruce, I will. This is the sound of quietly fondling a microphone. Shout out to Bruce. There you go. Oh God, chat always goes south sometimes. We got the dislike button. We got the dislike button in chat, guys. Let's go. Shout out to you. Let's see. Oh yeah, it is. Is it actually loud? Interesting. It does look a little hot there. Let me lower it there. That should be a little bit better. There you go. That should be a little bit better. Hopefully we're not popping anymore. Oh God, everybody smile. Let's see. Amit says, good morning to the man, the myth, the legend, Frankie. What is going on, man? Thank you for being here. There's the frankiecandles.com website if you want to see. Yeah. Shout out to East Wind, says 608 people watching. Why only 200 likes? Nigel says his ears are ringing. Shout out to the gain. Dislike button says perfecto. Let's go. Perfect. There we go. We fixed it. Hopefully everybody's ears are done bleeding. But let's go ahead and jump right back into the charts, guys. If you want to see your altcoins, go ahead and throw them in chat. I will take a look at them for you. And yeah, let's go ahead and let's get that going. But yeah, I will take a look at the 7-day for Lane Hughes. Let's see how it's looking different than the weekly. Let's see. Let's turn on Market Cipher A. Let's see. Bada boom. There we go. So we have 3 yellow X's on the 7-day rather than 2 on the weekly. Now, this could be indicating possible seller exhaustion coming in here in the near future. So yeah, when you get those 2 first yellow X's, they first two typically do bring you down quite a bit. And then when you get that third, that fourth, and even maybe that fifth, it does indicate possible seller exhaustion. So this could show that these two yellow X's may have already played out, and now we're getting the sellers to be a little bit exhausted here, which would make sense because if you're not considering this a relief rally of the bear market, then the real only legitimate form of relief that we've gotten is a 46% pump. Other than that, the only other real decent relief we've seen was a 40% pump, almost 36% right here, but really no bear market rallies thus far. No real decent bear market rallies that are of significance here. Someone said my mic is a little too quiet. I turned it up just a little bit for you, but sounds real low now. It should be good look at those blood diamond calls. Insane. Lol. Crypto face is a god. Yeah. Listen, when we brought up the blood diamond on the weekly, people called me a crazy person. They said, you idiot, that's never going to play out. You can't trust blood diamonds, blah, blah, blah. It had never popped up on the weekly. I said this might be the start of a horrible bear market that we were likely already in. A lot of people were thinking that this was going to be a super cycle and we would never break the macro golden pocket. But I saw this and I was like, pretty much lights out for me. People called me crazy. And then actually recently, I did actually get a message on Discord from somebody that thanked me for showing them that weekly blood diamond because they basically got rich off of it. Yeah, very, very, very interesting. So it's like, that's why it just goes to show you want to trust your TA. You don't want to worry about what other people say, right? People called me crazy when I said this was going to bring us down. And it wound up being the start of a 60% drop, right? So don't worry about what people are telling you. Sure, I could have been wrong, and that would have been fine. You're not right 100% of the time, but you want to trust your TA. If you believe in something, you just, go with your own gut. Don't listen to what other people say. But sound equals good. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. I think we got BMV on there. Okay, beautiful. So, guys, let's go ahead. Yeah, Diamond Sauce says there's a thing called compression y'all really need to learn about. Yeah, I had compressors on my microphone, and the problem is it gets very, if I look away, they're too strong, and then I don't know. We have a guy for that. But shout out to, I don't even know who said that, but shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. Let's see. You were spot on with that weekly blood diamond. Shout out to One Cool GI. I appreciate that, man. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. I told this. People told this. Double chill. Not 100% sure what you mean by that. I don't think that was, I don't know. Maybe I'm having a stroke. I don't think that was English, though. I'm not sure. Yeah. I try to decode it, guys. Sometimes it's hard. I miss those blood diamonds and yellow X's. Lucho, so do I. Yeah, we could check out Quant. Actually, we will start off on Quant. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Crypto Subsurfer H-bar looks like it's dumping a bit. We could check out that as well. Let's see. Do I have a quant chart? Let's see. Let's pull up KuCoin Tether. Bada boom. Okay. So taking a look here at the daily. Nice little pump for Quant here. Now, Quant, I will say, Quant is looking very similar to XRP. They were actually looking at this on Coffee and Crypto this morning. Now, I do just want to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and pull a fib. Oh, there we go. We had some TA on this chart. That's why it wasn't popping up. But I just want to see if we are coming up to any key fib levels here from the low to the high. And would you look at that? Guys, I didn't know. I didn't do this beforehand. You guys probably think sometimes I do this beforehand to see. I just pulled it randomly. I just pulled this fib randomly from this high to the low, and we are approaching a local golden pocket, being a very key level of resistance. Now, it is looking very similar to XRP, and that is for the reason of these bearish divergences on the daily time frame, right? So you can see here that you are actually printing some higher highs on your price as you are printing lower lows on your momentum waves. Now, you don't have your red dot printing here. I know you guys can't see my chart. I'm sorry. But yeah, you have your higher highs on price with your lower highs on your momentum waves. With the red dot is not printing yet, but looks like with that VWAP is coming down, looking to print that red dot here somewhat soon. So once you print that red dot and confirm it, you would have confirmed a pretty gnarly bearish divergence on the daily time frame. Now, if you take a look back in time here, you could see the last bear div we had on the daily here was right here. You have a high, you have a higher high, giving you that diagonal line to the upside, and then you have a high down here and a lower high on your momentum waves, giving you that diagonal line coming to the downside, creating that bearish divergence, and that previous one did play out to the tune of about 34%. Now, I'm not saying that this daily bear div has to play out to 36%, but I'm just showing you how powerful they can be. So definitely some pretty bearish signs starting to flash for quant. Obviously, it's gotten a pretty decent move to the upside, almost 70% up, just from these lows. That's not even from the low here. That's just from this local low, about 70-something percent. Let's just get it exactly. About 89%, almost 100% pump. Obviously, a decent pullback would be likely to see at this time. Shout out to Laylo Crypto. I appreciate you. Says you're the man, Frankie. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Tiger says, what is going on with the $500 you put in the KuCoin trading bot? Shout out to Tiger. Great question. We're going to be doing updates on that. The thing is, it's like nothing really exciting has happened yet, so I don't want to make a pre-recorded update if everything's kind of sitting there. We made an update when we were in the green. Then we were way in the red. I made another update showing how in the red we were. I have not closed any of them. They are still live. So we will do another update, hopefully if they're even more in the red or if they come back into the green. I will give you an update once there's a true difference. If you want just like a quick update, I won't go into detail, but I can actually go ahead and check it for you guys here. Let's see. KuCoin trading bots. If you guys don't know, you could check the videos out on the channel. We do have KuCoin trading bots running, and they were in the green. We have a bunch of them running. We made a whole thing. You guys can follow along if you were watching the videos. But we were in the red, and then we were in the green, and then we were in the red again. Let me see if I can, even pull these up. So our spot grid bot is just still up the same amount. And then let's see, we don't have a futures bot. Our smart rebalance bot. Let me just pull it up here. So here we go. We have 5 bots running. And then, so there's some new stuff I don't want to spoil. We're going to make some content around it. So I'm not going to show it live, but I'll just give you guys a quick update. DCA bot on Solana is down $100. The $500 you're talking about in that chat was our smart rebalance portfolio. It's our worst performing bot, down about $200. So that one not doing too well, but we are back at those range lows, right? So, once we get a pump back into the market, these will flip green again, most likely, especially the DCA bots. And then our spot grid bot is still up about, over the entire time we've been running it, still up about 22%. And then we have another DCA bot up about 36%. So that smart rebalance bot is the one that's taking the heaviest hit, but the spot grid bot still in the green, never went in the red, and those DCA bots are in the red, but that's to be expected with with the prices that we're sitting at right now. So, there you go. We will make a video about it. But on quant, guys, we are setting up for some bear divs here on the daily time frame. Now, very similar to XRP. We've been looking at that. Yeah, we were looking at that yesterday. XRP is pulling very, very similar look. Coming down to your 4-hour, you potentially, we don't have a bear div here. I don't know if we'll come up and form one. But if we were to get another move if we were to get another move to the upside, you could put some more bear divs in here on the 4-hour, but with money flow coming out on the 4-hour, that is another very bearish sign. So money flow coming out on that 4-hour, daily bear divs forming, not printing just yet, but looking to form here very, very soon. Shout out to Sniper's Nightmare saying that they have a YouTube account, a second YouTube account with that too. Oh, I thought you were saying to like from. Maybe that is what you're talking about. Shout out to you guys. You guys are crazy. Let's see. I want to long CTC and ETH. CTC negative funding rate. Interesting. But continuing on here, guys, daily bear divs, money flow coming out on that 4-hour time frame, looking pretty bearish in my opinion, at least here for the short or medium term. So yeah, money flow coming out on your 1 hour as well. Do we have a red dot anywhere? Let's see. Yeah, 4-hour looking to. You have your 4-hour rolling over on your VWAP. Probably going to print a red dot there somewhat soon. Looking at the lower time frames here. Money flow coming out on your 10 minute, your 12 minute is coming out as well, and your 15 minute is starting to roll out as well. So on quant, I would say look for those daily bear divs to confirm for a potential move to the downside. So yeah, that's what I would be looking at on quant. And just to give you guys some levels to watch here, let's go ahead and pull up our VPVR. And see if we can find some local levels for you guys right now. Let's see. So, yeah, I would say, next major level, you could see right here, you do have your point of control of this range we're looking at right now on the VPVR. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. But this is coming in at about 138. I would look for a potential fall down. That daily bear div how far away are we from here? Let's see. Yeah, that daily bear div could get you down there potentially. So that 138 level is a level I would watch. And then to the upside, your local golden pocket is coming in between about 161 and 168. So if we do, for some reason, come back up, you're going to find some resistance there. And then obviously you do have some levels up here, but I don't know if we'll probably be looking at quant before we get to those levels. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Hey, Frankie, could you look at ApeCoin? You are like the 5th person I said I saw say look at Ape. So let's go ahead and check it out. Is this correct? What? Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, what kind of thing is this? But let's see. Okay, let's see. Yeah, big old dump for breaking news, guys. I'm just kidding. Okay. Gotcha. I was just, I don't know if anybody caught on to that earlier today. Oh, they did. Okay. So you guys know that guy was not from my high school. Thank you, Mrs. Candles, for letting me know that. Tried to get here quick enough to stop me, but oh man, I wish I knew that. Funny. That was a good one. I will say that was an uncommon one. I'm aware of all the popular ones, so I'm able to avoid most of them. But that was. I wish we could clip that. But anyway. Anyway, so big dump for ApeCoin. I don't even know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but that's pretty funny. Okay, so looking at ApeCoin with a big dump here, let's go ahead and see what happened here. I did not even see this happening. I haven't looked at ApeCoin in a little while here. VPVR, turning that VPVR off. Taking a look here, guys. Let's check the daily. Daily red dot is printing, so expected some continued downside could be expected here. Looking at your weekly as well, no information on your weekly just due to a lack of price history. Let's see. Yeah, so daily red dot printing, definitely not the best sign here. Let's see. Interesting. Yeah, I guess maybe nobody caught on to that. Let's see. Okay. So looking here, we did come right down to our level here at about $4.59 for Ape before getting that beautiful bounce. And could be putting in some mean bullish divergences here at some point on the 12-hour, but we're pretty far away. Looking at your 4-hour VWAP is 4-hour is way oversold here, so would be likely to find somewhat of a bounce here coming in the short term. Coming down to your 2-hour. Actually, let me see. What's that 5-hour looking like? I'm just looking for some bear divs. SEC going after Yuga Labs. Is that true? Interesting. Tyler said, yeah, we all heard it. Oh, God. Mrs. Candles is literally laughing from the other room. That is hilarious. Trust me, Frank, we all caught on to it. Yeah, I was late to that party. I could literally hear Mrs. Candles laughing in the background. But yeah, I was late to that one. I caught it, Frankie. It's tis the time of year for that high school classmate of mine that was in So funny. Okay, Nick says it is true. Interesting. I'm not even mad I'm not even mad at that. I'm actually kind of happy that happened. That's hilarious. Morgan, don't clip that. Anyway, coming down to some key levels here, guys. Looking for those bullish divergences. Thies and Sell said you only need to double $500, 11x to make a milli. Ooh, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Chasing Candles. I suggest you go to the beginning of the stream and check out when one of my high school classmates came into stream and I said what's up to them. Go check it out. Anyway, yeah, looking here, obviously coming down to some support. I'm just looking for some, bullish divergences here. Again, could print here on the 6 hour somewhat, somewhere in the future, but just too early to tell. But because we are coming down to these levels, let's see if we can come down to some of these lower time frames. And yeah, there you go. You did get a nice bull div here on the lower time frames. You guys do know that this is kind of how we preach. This is kind of my style of trading. Obviously, when you are trading, you don't want to be chasing price. You want to have your key levels set and wait for price action to come to your key level. Now, obviously, we did miss this level by just a little bit, but if you come down to these lower time frames, we are putting in some bullish divergences on these lower time frames with your lower lows and your higher lows. And you are starting to get a little bit of a bounce here. I don't know how sustainable it's going to be just because this was a violent move. And when you get, again, Nick said it was true. I don't know. Taking a huge, when you get something to be, Ape is being investigated. So if that news is true and, obviously sometimes the TA can get stepped on a little bit if there is really, really bearish news. It's too good. Whoops. So yeah, putting in those bull divs at that key level of support, that is where you would be looking for some potential moves to the upside. However, again, with news like this, I would be very careful, but typically that I just like to show you guys how you can see something, see price approaching your level and how you can go to those lower time frames and, find those bullish confirmations for moves to the upside. So, yeah, with that being said, obviously, I could pull some more levels for you, but again, gonna be very dependent on, if that news gets any more bearish. But let's go ahead and pull up our VPVR and see if we can find any levels here. Now, let's see. Let's just analyze our, basically our whole range right here. All the way back from Thursday, the 26th of May. We do have a value area low coming in right here, this blue line, which has acted as support in the past. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that off because we have respected this level many, many times. You can see you held it here, you held it here, you held it here, you held it here. So maybe if we break down further, you could target this level, and that is coming in at about $4.59. So if we do get a breakdown to that level, we could potentially see some support. So just be careful out there, guys, when there's, when there is, some bad news coming out for projects like this, it could get affected pretty harshly. And, sometimes it will, the price action can step on the TA a little bit. Bull div here on the 1 hour. Shout out to, who said that? Crypto Subsurfer. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, bull div on the 1 hour as well. As you're approaching this key level, getting that little bounce, you could see you do have your lower lows on your price. Actually, that is going all the way back to these candles down here. You have your lower lows with your higher lows. I mean, this is barely higher lows, but you do have it right there. You can see you do have that little bull div here. Could get a bounce off this level, but again, be careful because of the news. Let's see. Steve says, what's your thoughts on privacy coins being targeted similar to Tornado Cash as adoption increases? I kind of talked about this on ATB today. Listen, nobody likes regulation, right? I totally get it, especially people in crypto hate regulation. The whole point of, decentralized, something like, blockchain technology is to help create a decentralized world, right? So when you offer things like, when you have things like privacy coins and Tornado Cash, obviously this is very decentralized. However, we also, if you want mass adoption, you need some form of protection to the regular people. So, I think we have a lot to figure out in crypto here with as far as figuring out what level of regulation is going to be good and what is going to be overstepping. So it is a necessary evil, as we were talking about on ATB today. I think there is regulation needed. The problem is the overstepping. So, but the problem is we can't have mass adoption unless we get regulation, right? Regulation is more important than people think. I understand we're trying to escape over-regulation, but without regulation, we're never going to get mass adoption. So I do think some of those things are a necessary evil. So I hope that kind of covers your question. Let's see. Ada Gang, let's go ahead and check out Cardano for the Ada Gang. Let's see. And then let's see. Shout out to Tony D. Says only 125 likes away from another XRP giveaway, guys. Smash that like button if you want to win some free XRP. Excuse me. I don't like being Scarf Crypto Face says I don't like to belong to regular people anymore. I prefer irregular. I've never considered myself a regular person. But let's go ahead and check out Cardano here. I'm going to go ahead and hide RTA just so we can take a look at Market Cipher. Let's see. Ada at lows, set new. Okay. Yeah, we could take a look at CHZ as well. Okay, that makes me feel better. Shout out to Final Kens. I appreciate you, man. All right, let's see. Bitcoin is over. Pearl's in the chat saying Bitcoin is over. It's just a rumor, but it could be true. I'm just kidding, guys. But guys, let's take a look at ADA here. We do have a yellow X on the daily confirmed great way to know that we were going to come to the downside here. But let's start over on the weekly time frame. Your VWAP is kind of coming down, starting to point back down. Money flow coming out, not the best look, but we talked about this on Coffee and Crypto this morning. You are putting in some bull divs here. You have your lower lows on your price, and then you have your higher lows on your momentum waves. Looking similar to Bitcoin, putting in those bull divs on the higher time frames. Now, again, 6-day. Still getting those bull divs. Now, your VWAP, not printing yet, right? These are not printing. They are setting up for bullish divergences, but we need to print a green dot here. If this momentum wave comes any lower and we break this low here, it will be fully invalidated. So, no problem. But yeah, so you are getting these starting to look like they want to form on these higher time frames, but this is, not being printed yet. We are still waiting for these to print, but they could, if we can get that VWAP to roll to the upside, that could potentially wind up being pretty bullish. But yeah, VWAP's getting rejected at these zero lines, as you guys can see. And then the daily confirmed yellow X here. This could potentially continue to play out. That last yellow X we had here, brought us down to the tune of about 15%. If we had something similar happen here, we could come down maybe another 5% to about 36%. Doesn't mean we have to play out to the same percentage, but it could line up that way. But let's go ahead and continue on here. VWAP flopping over on your 4-hour time frame. Looking to print a red dot here somewhat soon. Your 2-hour is printing a, yellow X on your 2-hour. So we do have some pretty bearish signs popping up on Cardano. So yeah, not looking the best here. Let's go ahead and turn RTA on and see. Yeah, we have broken to new lows here, or at least new lows to what we have been watching. So we're going to have to find some lower levels. So let me actually pull up a clean ADA chart here. Let's go ahead and pull up the Coinbase chart. Or I guess that is the Coinbase chart. Let's go pull up the Binance chart, the Tether chart. Here we go. And then let's go ahead. And there you go, guys. I don't know when we drew this level. I don't know why we drew these levels. But just want to point out, breakdown, bearish retest, yellow X confirmation, dump. Just want to point it out there. And then again, look at the volume gap. We might have created that volume gap. But let me go ahead and clear these levels so we can find some new ones. Now, to the downside, I'm going to come over to the 2-day, a much higher time frame. Yeah, there we go. So now we can kind of try to find, where we can expect some lower levels to give us some support. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the VPVR. I'm going to pull a fixed range all the way from, I believe, this is our March 2020 lows. So let's pull them from there all the way to our current price action. And yeah, not the best look here on Cardano. Going to turn that VPVR back on. Let's go here. Boom. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, the next decent levels that we have, guys, are not pretty. Not very pretty. So we are sitting on top of these previous highs all the way from January 2021. Yeah, not looking very good. If we lose this box, guys, I'm going to go ahead and create this as a box. If we lose this box, guys, probably going to be a quick move down to about 14 to 15 cents. This is the point of control down here when we're looking at this entire range of candles here. So yeah, and just looking at structure here, this is likely, if we lose these levels, there's not really much structural support until down at these levels at about, 17 cents. And then at that point, you're pretty close to that POC at 16 cents. So these are some lower levels to look at, but I would look inside of this. I would look at this gold box between about 38 cents, which is essentially, where we wicked to, all the way down to about 28 cents. And then if we lose that box, you're going to be coming into that volume gap, which could cause a quick drop down towards that POC of about 15 cents. And again, with your 2-day yellow X now confirmed, it is not looking very good. And now, one thing you do want to realize is that last 2-day yellow X didn't actually play out too brutally, right? But it doesn't mean that this one's not going to. But, just definitely a bearish sign to see that yellow X on the 2-day. And then the daily confirmed as well. But now you guys have some more levels to look at. Also with the context of that volume gap, trying to kind of being able to expect how quickly price will move through these levels. All right, let's see. Oh, God, someone's saying bow down to Tyler. Oh, God, I miss out on such good stuff here in the chat. CTC, let's check it out. CTC, holding it down. All right, here we go. We love you, Frankie. Shout out to A-Train. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. Flex those calves. smash those likes. Shout out to Biomex, guys. 450 likes. 50 more likes to get us to that $500 mark. $500 like mark. And if we get to 500, if we get 500 likes, Tony will be giving away some XRP in the Discord. And if we get to 550 likes, we'll be spinning that wheel. I'll spin it 15 times. If we spin it 15 times, you guys will at least get 10 NFTs out of that. So let's go ahead and take a look at CTC credit coin. Interesting. Is this the right thing? Credit coin? Interesting. Let's take a look at it. This is probably going to be pretty hard to do some TA on. Yeah, I don't even know if I really want to take a look at this. I don't know what this is. I don't even know if I'm looking at the right thing. These wicks are very sketchy. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know. This thing looks sketchy. I don't know what it is, though. So maybe I just need context. But, yeah, I'll just do some general analysis. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because I don't like, giving decisive thoughts on something I don't know what this is. This could be a scam for all I know. Credit coin, I just don't know what it is. Maybe someone could fill me in. Power! Calf power. Let's go. Most humble YouTuber on the market, Rohit. I appreciate you. Let's see. Justin SEC declares Scooby-Doo it. Let's see. Crypto Crabman, shout out to you, brother. Let's see. A mess. Thanks for another great show, Frankie. I got to run. See you in the Discord. Sean, I'll see you in there, brother. But let's go ahead and continue on here. CTC. Let's see. CTC, you killing me, Smalls. What a hot mess. Let's see. PYR. Yeah, hot mess. This does not look very good. Again, I don't know what this is. But, yeah, I don't really like doing TA on this stuff if I don't know what it is. But, let me see if I can find anything that would be of value to you. Okay. Let's see. Money flow coming up on the 4-hour. It would be a decent sign. VWAP starting to roll over here. Looking at your 2-hour. Money flow in the green. Not looking too bad. Yeah, I don't know. These wicks are kind of crazy. Money flow on the lower time frames is coming out, so you might get a short-term cool-off here. Your 15-minute looking to roll over into the red here, getting that crossover. Your 24-minute coming out. Your 30-minute is also coming out. Looking at the higher time frames, Yeah, I think you will cool off in the short term here. You're looking to print a red dot on your 8-hour, but again, with something with the wicks like this, I'm not too confident doing TA on this. Coins like this don't typically respect TA too much, and I also don't know what it is, so I apologize. I just don't want to give you bad information on something I don't know much about. Let's see. My TA is get your money out of this. Yeah, I don't know. Looks pretty sketchy. Let's see. But let's keep moving on here. When Frankie says but sounds like but with 2 T's. Shout out to you. Shout out to Toxic Ego. Let's see. Did you mint any JPEG junkies from the NFT Alpha Boys? I actually didn't, but that's not because I don't want one. It's just because I've been absolutely swamped recently, and I just have had no chance. I barely had time to eat dinner. So, but yeah, I will look to try and get in on some JPEG junkies here pretty soon. But let's go ahead. I'm going to check a couple more alts here, guys, before we hop off, because we did start a little bit late again. I do apologize for that. But hopefully tomorrow, DZ will be back on ATB, and then we can go back right to our regular schedule, back to our regular scheduled programming. I want to see what you think of Kava 4-hour. Kava 4-hour, we could take a look. Let's see. Taking a look at the 4-hour. I'm just going to do the 4-hour because you asked specifically. And I want to get some other coins out of the way here. No bull div on the 4-hour, unfortunately. Yeah, no bull div on the 4-hour. Money flow is starting to come up, but I will say, very similar to a lot of other things, this could change, but that VWAP does not look very strong to me. It is looking like it might want to flop over, but your money flow is curving to the upside, and you are getting the green dot, right? So could come up a little bit based off of that, but again, doesn't look like the strongest VWAP crossover I've ever seen. Going down to the lower time frames to try to get some context into what is going to happen here, and very clearly, you do have that 2-hour yellow X. Not a good sign, right? You are printing that red dot with that yellow X on the 2-hour, kind of adding to our thesis of this VWAP potentially flopping right back over to the downside. So you might print this green dot, confirm the green dot potentially, but if that 2-hour yellow X winds up playing out, it could dump you down and get that 4-hour VWAP to do the VWAP flop. Now, moving our way down here, looking at the 30-minute, looking for bull divs, no bullish divergences here. I will try to give you some levels to work with here, though. Let's analyze this area of volume. Actually, let's come up to the 4-hour and pull some volume. Here we go. So I'm actually going to get rid of that VPVR, and I'm going to grab my fixed range, and let's pull it all the way from, let's pull it from here to the current price. And let's go ahead and see, right? So the main level I would be watching if that 2-hour red dot and yellow X does confirm and we do come further to the downside, that first level of support is going to be this level down here. The value area low at about $1.45. Now, that's not too far away. If that yellow X confirms, it is likely for us to get that drop down to that level. But let's go ahead and see if we can find some more levels. Let's just zoom out and get some more price action in here. Let's see. Yeah, I would hope for some support on that value area low. I mean, we do have another value area low. Obviously, we've wicked to this level before, so you do have another level down here at about $1.43. So that first level of support, $1.47 is what I would watch, and then $1.43 would be that next level. Let me come up to a higher time frame. Yeah, I mean, this is it, right? Like, yeah, looking to hold these levels. Those 2 levels that I just gave you, looking to hold those. If we can't hold them, it is going to be looking pretty bearish, in my opinion. Let's see. The VWAP flop by Frankie and the mods. Platinum record. Let's go. Shout out to Biomex. Yeah, we will be releasing that very, very soon. Let's see. Diamond Sauce says, Frankie is on my TA dream team. He's a forward. That's right. We're a starter over here. Diamond Sauce, you're a starter on my team. You're a starter on the CandleMafia here for sure. I meant to say Ave but was looking at Kava chart at the time. Oh, God, Chusei Crypto trying to sneak some extra alts in here. Ave 4-hour, but you got the Kava for free. Let's go ahead and check Ave. Boom, and then we'll jump into our wheel spins, guys. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got going in here. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Going for 550 likes. Let's get it. I think we can at least get 500, but I think we can get to 550 if everybody just reaches up and clicks that like button. It'll take you 0.5 seconds, and it's free for a limited time today. Tomorrow, $1,200 for or 1 ETH, depending on what you want to pay, for a click of the like button. Rohit says, Frankie, how do you use high leverage? How to use high leverage on any long or short? Rohit, I'm not 100% sure I fully understand that question. I apologize. But yeah, how to use high leverage on any long or short. I don't know if you're asking like an exchange question. I like to use Femex and KuCoin, for my leverage trading. If you want to sign up and trade with or without leverage, long and short, your favorite coins, you can click the links in the description. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, yeah, I don't know why that happened. Shout out to the mods for those emojis. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you. You guys should be able to hear me now. Sorry about that. I don't know why that was happening. Hopefully you guys can hear me. It does look like I'm a little bit quiet there, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, Yellow X starting to print everywhere, guys. I don't know how. Flex those calves, jump in and smash that like button. Let's go. Shout out to Cobra. I see you. Oh, tight stop loss, lots of extra funds to keep moving your liquidation. No sniper. I would not recommend just adding to your position to cover it. That is an easy way to wreck your entire account. So, yeah, I would be very, very careful with that. But, yeah, I'll try to make a video kind of talking about higher leverage trades and how to do it in a safer manner. Yeah, I'll try to cover that in the future for sure. Lots of praying and crying. Yes, Tyler, could not have said it much better myself. But yeah, let's see. Frankie, I meant to ask, I want to use high leverage. Any tips on that in such markets? Yeah, I would be really careful with the high leverage. Tight stops, low dollar amount, or low capital, tight stops, because your liquidation point is going to be very, very close. So just be careful. I will try to come out with a video kind of touching on higher leverage stuff in case people do want to use it. I could kind of show you guys how to navigate that in the safest way possible. But yeah, I don't really recommend it. I don't recommend using high leverage in general, right? Typically, I use about, I use between, right now in my trade, I'm up 21% and I'm using 4x leverage. I have about $1,000 in the position. So, not using too crazy leverage myself. It's a very hard game to play. But looking at Aave here, you do not have any bullish divergences. Somewhat. You do have some bullish divergence. Right here, you see we do have lower lows as you're getting higher lows, but you're going to need that green dot to print for that to actually be a thing. But yellow X is printing. I'd be careful with the longs with those yellow X's. But we are at, we are at the lows here. So likely to find some support here. You do have a value area low in this right here. So could be a decent spot to find some support. Money flow starting to come up, but again, those yellow X's have got me a little bit sketched out. And then again, on that 4 hour, No yellow X, but that V. Oh, there you go. Perfect example right here, right? That green dot actually did unprint, like I was just talking about, right? It looked really weak, could get rejected there and not print that green dot at all. So, yeah, I things are looking a little bit sketchy, but again, you are at the lows here, so not really the time to get overly bearish, but I'm not really seeing any beautiful setups. I mean, here you go. You do have a bull divs forming on your 1 hour here, but money flow is coming back out. So just be careful with those yellow X's. But if I were trading this, I would be looking, we are at the lows, right? Like these are the lows. So if we are going to get a bounce, no better place to do it here, but I would want to see better confirmation. If these bull divs were forming here on the 1 hour, but money flow wasn't coming out, if money flow was still coming up, I might look to enter along here, but we're just not getting that. The money flow is coming out. So just be careful, especially with those yellow X's. And then real quick, guys, I do just want to touch on ETH before I let you guys go. Let's go ahead and hide this. Now, ETH, obviously, we are not getting any of the bull divs on those higher time frames, but you do have momentum coming up. So kind of in a similar situation as Bitcoin, but you guys will know if you watch the channel, we have been watching that 2-week red dot, which actually did print and confirm more of a bearish look here. Money flow rolling to the downside. Could it be, some downward movement in the future here? And then again, green dots looking to print on these higher time frames pretty soon, right? 3 days probably got one. Yeah, but again, guys, look, 3-day green dot rolls right back over. So be very, very careful, because you guys know in a bear market, the bullish setups are not as likely to play out as they are in a bull market, right? So I kind of showed this yesterday, and I'll show it again. I actually showed this on Coffee and Crypto, right? I just want to bring this up, right? So, you do put bear divs in all the time in a bull market, right? And obviously we are in the opposite situation right now in a bear market, but that's the point, right? You have higher highs here on your price action with lower highs here on your momentum waves, right? So this was a beautiful bearish divergence, but nothing really happened. It never really wound up playing out because we were in a bull market, right? So those bearish setups are going to get stepped on in a parabolic bull run. So you get that bear div and it just doesn't really play out, and you just continue to rip to the upside, right? And this is the 3-day chart. This is a 3-day bear div that didn't play out. Now, you had some things on your side that would have helped you stay out of the trade, like the 3-day money flow coming into the green, but you could just see that's a bear div that did not play out, right? And then, you get a bunch of them. On the way up, you're going to continually put in bear divs, and they're not always going to play out, right? And then again, right here, you have your lows and your high and your lower high on your price, and then you have your high. Or I guess this one actually did play out a bit, and your higher high on price, and then that's when you actually did come down. But the point is that you can see bull divs. You could see bear divs in a bull market, and they just might not play out because you're in a bull market. And the same way we are seeing bull divs starting to form in a bear market, they just might not play out, right? So just keep that in mind. You want to recognize the market that you're trading, so you're not just completely trading against the trend. So not that shocking to see these higher time frames have these bullish signals look like they want to get invalidated, right? So what is this? Market Cipher A is on my Market Cipher B. Very interesting. But yeah, so looking like very similar to Bitcoin, where those higher time frames don't look too bad, but you're getting that 2-day red dot, that 3-day red dot looking to print very soon. And then, yeah, your 4-hour looking to print that red dot as well. You got the green dot, didn't do much. Now you're about to roll back over to the downside. So looking very, very similar to Bitcoin. But let me give you guys some levels to watch on Ethereum. The next level I would be watching, hide that VPVR. So yeah, the next major level I would be watching, we are sitting at some support right now, but the next major level I would be watching, guys, is this range, right? We've been watching this range for a while, between about 1249 and 1223. That's going to be your next major level of support. So with that 4-hour red dot, if we do get a dump down, that is where I would be looking for some potential bounces, and then looking for those bullish confirmations to try to get some scalps off of that level. So, guys, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's stream. Now, I know we started a little bit late. Again, I apologize for that. But let's go ahead and spin our wheel of pain and pleasure so we can go ahead and see what are our likes at yet. Smash out 500 likes, guys. Everybody, I think we can do it. I don't know if we have enough people in here that didn't like yet, but if you take your mouse and you roll... Hey, what's up, Jason? What's going on, brother? Thank you for being here. All right. Sand is tanking for no reason. Can we take a look? I'll just take a quick look myself here. Sand. Ooh, yeah, sand with a nice little dumper-rooney. Looking at that 1 hour. Yeah. Oof. I mean, we could take a look at that. Yeah, sand actually taking a little bit of a spill here. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to dig into this. I'm not going to dig into it too much just because, yeah, oof. Oh, boy. Yeah, hopefully we can hold these levels because we're about to break. It looks like we could break our lows all the way from back here in June. That would not be a good look. Yeah, but I was just going to go ahead and mark out that wick right there. Hopefully we can hold these levels and not break down lower because those next levels are getting pretty gruesome down there. Pretty gruesome. But with that being said, let's go ahead and spin that wheel, guys. Oh, 535. We didn't even say click the like button yet. Guys, if we hit 550 likes, by the time I'm done spinning this wheel, I will spin the wheel 10 times. Did I say 15? I think I said 15. So we'll spin it 15 times if we get 550 likes. And there they go, 540. Let's go ahead and get that first spin in there. Show the screen. Only love for Frankie. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. I love you, man. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate you. Yes, Ada. We just went over Ada. If you scroll back just a few minutes, you will see it pop up. Nope. Okay, that's probably going to be the only one that you guys don't get. And, yeah, let's see. There's an after party. Let's go. Shout out to you, Scar Crypto Face. Let's get it. Oh, 2 nopes in a row. I said at least 10 NFTs. So hopefully it doesn't make me a liar. Let's go. Hit that like button. Let's go. 46. Oh my God, 3 nopes in a row. I'm running out of chances here. I only got 5 nopes, or it's gonna make me a liar. Spin that wheel. Let's go. Shout out to Steven Friend and Steven Cromie. What's up, Cromie? What's going on, brother? Let's see. Hey, there it is. 550 likes, and you get gifted with a giveaway. We're spinning this thing 15 times. Let's go. Let's see. Bada boom. What do we got going on in chat? I like to scroll up and see what I missed. Let's see. There we go. Give him another giveaway. Spin number, I don't know. We're just going to keep spinning it. Let's see. Shout out to Chusei Crypto. Let's see. Guys, I'm so pissed that I didn't realize that guy was trolling me with his name. It was creative though. That was oh nope. That was creative. I've never heard that one. I've never heard that. Usually like the it's like it is funny. It's like how old are we? But also like a low key cracking up. So it's like how old am I too? But yeah, Frankie is on my. Oh, we read that already. But yeah, it's super funny. I'm pissed I didn't realize at the time. I would have liked to laugh about it with you guys. But yeah, here we go. Give him another giveaway. Let's get it, baby. Let's see. We got 9 spins. We got 6 more spins here. Yeah, Brad says it's cider season. Oh God, it's gonna be. How to participate? Rohit. All you have to do is not yet. Tomorrow we will be uploading a video, and in that video, you'll have to watch, comment, and be a subscriber, and watch the video to enter. Obviously, I can't track if you watch it or not, but I highly recommend you watch this one. It's gonna be real jam-packed, full of sauce. Yeah, we. Oh, when do you get your giveaways? Well, we call the giveaways on every Friday, unless, for some reason I can't stream. We do call the winners every Friday. And then typically, if you win on Friday, you will receive it by the next Friday. That is typically, I believe, on Friday. It's either Friday or Monday they go out. So, yeah. Did somebody say giveaway GT3Z? What is going on? Let's see. Thank you for being here, man. Brando, what is going on? Thank you for being here, bro. But yeah, we will release a video here tomorrow, and it will be about volume profiles. Once again, guys, showing you another useful volume profile tool and how you can use it to find juicy trades. And yeah, all you got to do is like and comment on that video and watch it, and then you will get entered into that giveaway. Frankie, play... Oh my God. How do you know the name of the outro music? What? Did I tell you guys the name of that outro music? That is crazy. I know that's the people who do it, but I don't even know what outro music you're talking about. Is it the flute beat, or are you talking about yeah, you want? I mean, I can play that flute beat if you want. But we're about to sign off anyway. Here we go. That was 15. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Oh my God, guys. It could not have made me less of a liar. I said you were going to get at least 10 giveaways for 15 spins, and it wound up being exactly that. Not only is the Frankie Candles TA on point, the Frankie Candles Wheel of Pain and Pleasure TA is also on point. And guys, with that being said, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's stream. I got to go get this BitBoy crypto video done today. Still got 300, almost 400 people in here. Thank you for the 577 likes. Smash the like button on your way out of here. Let's try to get it to 600 by the end of the stream. Hey, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. And with all that being said, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. Hopefully, DZ takes over ATB again, and I can get back here and get onto my stream on time. Pearl says 10 giveaways. Woohoo! Let's go. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. I appreciate every single one of you more than you guys could possibly imagine. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you guys next time. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.
No, TJ, it was somebody's name. I wasn't saying it on the stream, dude. It was someone's name. Don't fire me. They tricked me. They were trolling me. Please don't fire me. Please don't fire. Oh my God, am I live?